Hey everybody, welcome back, and it's that time again. Let's get on with it. So we're playing against Taichung, and let's see how we do here in this one. Whole bunch of recommendations for changes, and I'm not going to really make much of them at all. We're going to stay at positive, though I have this funny feeling that we are going to have our bottoms handed to us here. I don't think that this is going to end up as well as I was hoping, because we are playing against the best team in the league. But we'll see what happens. You never know. You never know what's going to happen. Funny things happen here. And man, Taichung has had a whole bunch of draws in a row. We have a team that's capable of scoring, provided that we can actually dominate possession. So there is some hope for us. And boy, there's just absolutely nobody at this match. I mean, I'm not certain that the Taichung Stadium looks anything like this, but man, there's just nobody here. This is a little bit surprising, having come from American Samoa, where at least we had some fans. So this is going to be interesting. And we are in white here today, and we started off. It's going to be Chen Shihun over to Chen Wei Ren. Back to Chen Shihun, Chen Shihun, sorry. Finelus with the ball, and he's doesn't have quite the speed necessary. I was looking for Maile to see if we could get him to come over here. I'm not quite sure exactly how he would line up here on this team, but we might see if we can get him sometime in the future, and maybe even pay the guy a little bit of a salary. It's funny, salaries in these clubs, it'll be like Suho-han, for example. We re-signed him. We gave him a raise of €1 per week. He's up to €9 a week. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I've been to Taiwan. You're not going to survive off of that little. And we have given up possession here pretty quickly. And let's see what we can do. If we can get the ball back, there's Ho Hongwei. Lumps that one forward and looking for Lin Kwanda, and he can't find him. And boy, this is pretty bad. It's Chikatara, Chisum Chikatara, who scores there for Taichung, and that makes it 1-0. And so that's kind of what we were expecting to have happen. I mean, we've done a pretty good job here trying to win the ball midfield, but our attempts to push the ball forward have failed. Chikatara was probably offside. I'm a little bit surprised that wasn't called. Anyway, he ends up scoring the first goal. I'm not actually certain that that was a pass by another Taichung player to him, which might sort of explain what happened. So we're going to try to keep our rising anger down here and try to do the best that we can in this match that we really weren't planning on winning anyway. It's Liu Jiawan for them, or Chaoan, kind of hard to tell, who takes that free kick and ends up going a little bit of nowhere. So, yeah, we'll see what we can figure out. We're about 17 minutes here into the match. Li Guanda over to looking for Mr. Li Mao and can't find him. And this is won by Sam there in the midfield. Over Ling Wanda again. There's a great pass over to Fenelus, and he shoots and scores, and that ties us at 1. How about that? Mark Fenelus showing that he can still do it. And he didn't score at all in the friendlies leading up to this. I was a little bit worried about him, and first thing that he's done is he's come over here and scored right away. So that was a really, really good passing by Ling Wanda, which is the reason why I wanted to sign him. Yeah, this isn't looking too bad, I would say. This is a pretty good team. This time around, we're going to be a little bit more mindful of squad dynamics and stuff like that. We're going to try not to do all sorts of scorched earth policy transfers and stuff like that. Li Mao there with a shot, and that was up and over everybody's head. I just realized I didn't do anything about making an actual corner strategy. So today's going to be probably a little bit ugly in terms of corners for us. And that's Katata with the excellent save, and that will be the end of that. We don't need to see that highlight. There was really nothing to see there. About a half hour into this, and we are drawing at 1 each, and a draw here is a big, impressive improvement for us. We would always like to win, but we might not always be able to win, so we'll take anything that we can get. And I like looking at these guys trying to press here on defense, which is exactly what we want to see. And our striker there is not doing a very good job of pressing, but everybody else has got the pressure on. And boy, there's Li Mao with that burst of speed over to Fenelus. Back to Li Mao. He's got to score. Must score. And unfortunately, Wang Ruel, I didn't quite see what his given name is, was able to get in front of that. Wang Rue is what his name is. Okay. He was able to get over and in front of that shot and was able to block it, and the score remains 1-1. So let's see what we can do. And let's see if we can't get the ball back. And when we get it back, if we can't hold on to it a little bit more instead of trying to push the ball forward too quickly, because we don't want to give up possession as quickly as we just did. And that's Samb again, showing why he's such a good signing. Fenelus has the ball stripped from him, and I mean, it's probably a little bit too difficult of a role for him to play at his current age. Boy, Li Mao just missed that one, and then he's fouled from behind, and that's going to be a yellow card, I think, on Chou Xinhua. Now, they're going to give him a straight red for that. Wow. Wow, so they gave him a straight red for the sliding tackle from behind. We have definitely not been dominating the momentum of this match, but we're still in there, and we're still pushing forward, which probably shows that this tactic is not really that bad, is it? And let's see what we can do here. So it's Chikatara again, and his shot is up and over everybody's head and over into that building over there on the side. And it's a free kick here now for us. Mgunda now with it. And boy, that was off the crossbar. That was very, very close to going in. And he goes back and he wins it back himself. Over to Chen Wei-ren, back to Su Ho-han. And that's not a particularly good crossing pass in there. But, it's not too bad. It could be worse. Hassan here takes a shot from range. That one almost went in. That was actually a pretty impressive shot. And so it looks like we're going to go into halftime 1-1. We do have a one-player advantage over them, which is pretty exciting. It could mean good things. Samb is able to go back and win this. Knocks it over to Huang Yuwen. Huang Yuwen, whose name I think I'm saying for the first time, brings us up on the right side. And he lumps this forward over to our striker, whose shot is over everybody's head. I think he was offside, too. Su Ho-han now with it, over to Mgunda, over to Ho Hongwei. Ho Hongwei down to Samb. Samb with it. And he'll pass to Chen Wei-ren, back to Samb, over to Li Mao. And this is just over his head. Su Ho-han, though, with it, finds Li Mao, who passes. What a pass to Ling Guanda. And that really should have been a goal. That should have been a goal. Ling Guanda, I'm not quite sure why. I think he was surprised to get that pass in that position. I think everybody's been surprised, really, at the sort of quality that we've had. Well, you see, that wasn't really a pass to him. He kind of stole that away from our striker. So anyway, very, very good teamwork, very good crossing, and all the other things here by these guys. I'm pretty impressed, actually. This is much better than I was expecting us to play. So let's see how we're doing in terms of performances. We have Chen Shishun. Probably should think about coming off. I'm really interested in Fenelus and how good he is on defense. Yeah, he's not really that great. You're always worried about guys like that who show up as being, able to play back in the back as well as up front. And now, as you can see, I didn't really do much about making sure that I was actually setting the lineup because we don't have another good person to go back here. What we probably would have to do here to get rid of, as I've forgotten it already, have to auto size all columns. What we want to do here to get rid of like Chen Shishun is probably to bring Chen Wei-ren down, and then we'll probably put Chen Yuchang up here. That looks pretty good. He'll play that segundo volante role. And the other one we kind of want to cover up for here is going to be Ho Hongwei. We'll put Huang Yuwen back down. Ho Hongwei will be replaced by Lin Qiuqie. I think that's what we want to do on the right side. No, I want to put Menu Gong in. We're going to put Menu Gong in. Take a look and see what he has to do. We do have 5 substitutions we can make. All right, so go on to the second half. You would expect me to have like an encyclopedic knowledge of what the rules are, and the truth is, for I think a lot of people who do this, even for fun, that you just sort of like figure it out as you go. Rules are the same as they were in American Samoa, so that we're used to. That's all we have to remember. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can get another goal. I mean, as I said before, this is the best team in the league. If we get a draw here, that's a victory. Samb, especially since we're on the road, over to Huang Yuwen. Huang Yuwen with it, moves up, and nobody even close to him, over to Ling Guanda. Man, that was beautiful, and what happened there? I don't know if that was a pass. I don't know exactly what Ling Guanda was trying to do, but he's getting the ball in great position. Menu Gong now with it, over to Chen Yuchang. Passes it back to Chen Wei-ren and over to Menu Gong again, and you can see we're starting to dominate possession. Over to Su Ho-han. Su Ho-han with it. Plays around a little bit, and pass over to Mgunda, over to Li Mao, back to Mgunda. And he takes a shot from the middle of nowhere, and that ends up doing a lot of nothing. So, I mean, I don't think necessarily we want him to do a lot of that. I'm trying to remember which defensive midfielder role he's in, right? We may want to tell him to shoot a little bit less often. And this is Chikatara again, and he has the ball in a very, very good position. and it's Sam who ends up winning that one, but it's not cleared quite far enough. Li Jiaoan with over to Chikitara, and man, that should have been a goal. That was just off the very, very top of the crossbar, and ended up bouncing out. And yeah, this is a little bit difficult. So yeah, we're gonna have a man mark him, and it's Chen Wei who wins that one over Ling Guangde. And I think that we have gotten rid finally of this. But yeah, take another look at this right here. So Liu Jiaoan just sort of runs by everybody. There's an attempt to sort of block the ball, and Chikitara is just wide open. Nobody's covering for him. That's one of the problems with having this sort of three at the back system, right? Which is that you don't have a fullback there on the right side or on the left side to prevent that from happening. Ling Guangde with it over to Chen Wei Ren. Chen Wei Ren back to Sam. Sam over to Menugong. Menugong kicks it all the way back, and it's over with our Katata, who, oh boy, it's lump 4. That was not what we wanted to see. That was a pretty risky pass. I'm not quite sure what the logic was behind that. And Liu Chaoan now has it, and he passes it back to Wang Rui, and it's over with Chikitara, who is probably going to score. No, Katata is able to take it away from his compatriot. And yeah, this is going to be a little bit difficult. Here's Hassan here with the corner. This is not going to be easy to come out of because they're starting to pile on the pressure. And this ball is cleared, but not quite cleared far enough. And let's see what we can do. See if we can't win it off of them. And that ends up ending the highlight, which is okay. But yeah, here we go with the ball. Menugong now throws it over to Fenelus, over to Ling Guangde. Ling Guangde is fouled in the penalty area, and that will be a penalty, I believe. Hassan has called for this after knocking his man over, and it's going to be a penalty. And who's taking it here? This looks like this is Magunda. Magunda ends up taking this, and he scores, and that makes it 2-1 for Mars FC. And so he scored a goal in his debut. It's his first goal of the season, and it is 2-1 for Mars FC, really against the run of play. And let's see what happens here. So now's the point in time where normally you'd say, well, we've got to go to some sort of defensive mode. We're not going to do that. We're going to try to run this one out and see what we can do, because I'm not going to change something that's working. They haven't scored yet against how we're playing now. Ling Guangde with an excellent pick off of that. Over to Fenelus, and he finds Li Mao. Here we go. There's a pass over to Chen Yucheng, over to Ling Guangde, who takes the shot, and he needs to learn how to shoot. I think that there may be something about pressure that's getting to him or something like that, but that was a beautiful, beautiful pass for him. Set him up nicely. Set him up like a formal table. And man, talking about being set up, Chikitara ends up shooting when he's offside. Man, though, that looked beautiful. That pass over there to him was just a thing of beauty. And you can see Chikitara is just right behind his defender. And, I mean, this guy can shoot. And I wonder if we can get him. See what I can do. We'll see if we can talk him into coming over. Maybe beating them will be enough to convince him. But that guy is a striker. And here's Fenelus. And not really much on that shot. Fenelus is like 33 years old, and that may be part of the problem. And so we'll see what we can do. Here's another look at this again. It was Pan Wei-jie who had this awful goal kick. Su Ho-han won it, and there was that pass over to Fenelus, who unfortunately didn't quite get the angle that he wanted. If he comes back a little bit to the other side, it would have been better. Pan Wei-jie now lumps this one way up and forward. I'm not sure why you'd want to do that. And they are able to win that one in the air, unfortunately for us. And here's Chikitara again, and he just misses the goal. Man, that Chikitara is a good player, isn't he? We'll take a look, and we'll make sure we scout him. Magunda now, and that is right off the goal. And Chen Wei Ren was very, very close to knocking that one in. Had that one taken away right off of his foot, and Magunda is fouled in the penalty area. And this is another penalty here for Magunda. This will put this match away if he can score this one. And he steps back and fires, and that's in. And, I mean, the keeper didn't even try. Magunda with the second of the game, second of the season, second penalty, and we are up 3-1. We have this match won. We just beat the best team in the league. Can you believe that? We just beat the best team in the league, and we're in last place. We just beat the best team in the league. I can't believe this. This is absolutely incredible. We're good, but we're not this good. I don't think that anybody would think that, we're even close to this one. Everybody expected us to lose. Chen Yucheng over to Sam up to Menugong. This should help our dynamics a bit. And there's Fenelus with the goal, man. Mark Fenelus shows that he belongs here. And it's 4-1 now for Mars FC. And now we're not just beating them, we are dominating them. We're ripping them apart. We are ripping them apart bit by bit. Menu going here with this excellent pass, and look at where this is over for Fenelus, and nobody's going to deny him. Fenelus is saying, hey, you need to give me another contract. 4 months isn't enough. And we'll see how he does. He's not very consistent. That's the problem that I have with him. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can get this back. Here's Chikataro. He's going to score a goal, and then he misses it. How did he miss that one? He exploded too much on his Suhohan with it now. We only have a couple seconds left in this match. Pass it back to Huang Yue over to Magunda. Back to Huang Yue. Huang Yue lumps this one forward for Suhohan. Suhohan playing with it now into that corner. Not sure what he's trying to do, and he just gives up possession, but we're able to win it back. Huang Yuen with it. Over to Chen Yuchang, Huang Yuen, and he's fouled, and Chikataro is called for that foul, and that's going to be the end of this match. This is going to be the final kick of this match if it even comes out, and I'm not sure what we're even looking at here. There wasn't any clear-cut chance there at all. Magunda now lumps this one forward, and that should be all. Chikataro now with the ball. Let's see if he shoots it from back here. Magunda just wins it off of him and lumps it forward, and that is the final kick, and that does it. We have won this one 4-1. We didn't dominate possession, only 48%. The tactics designed for dominating possession, but man, we had an XG of 4.05, which is from the last place team in the league. This is the most goals we have scored this season. So the board better be happy with this. This is an incredible win. This is probably one of the best wins I've ever had in this game. And that's it for today. I will talk with you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.